So, the captain's nub tub. It's good that it's finally arrived to this stage. It's been a long time in the making, been watching the progress, been keeping track of it all, and finally here, down at Johnson Brothers Marine. So pretty happy that the boys have come to us to get the fit out. And so far, look, this thing is serious. You know, little 445, but it's gonna pack some punch. Bunch of gear going into it, that it's really going to be a bit of a show pony, this thing. Going to go hard as well with the Suzuki DF100 BTL. So that's new generation lightweight 100 4-stroke. They've raised the transom, which is a great option. Just really get that engine up high out of the water. So we definitely like that feature that they've gone straight away from a mechanic's point of view. Great with a 4-stroke, get it up, get it high, get it out of that salt water. The Simrad screen, it's going to take up a lot of it on the top there, along with autopilots, all your NEMA backbones, all packed into the console, all with some, all your standard nav lights, bilge pumps, bait pumps. So, bit to go, but we should have the boys up and going very soon. So one feature I do like, the boys have thought it out well with, for my sake, for the rigging. Boats will come to me and we've got to get rigging through, we've got to get steering through, we've got to get transducers through, and you've got a tiny little hull. Thankfully the boys have thought about it from a mechanic's point of view, and they've got a good sort of 90mm tube running out, down through the stringer and popping back out the back. So it's going to make my life a lot easier, but also just work well for the boat. You don't want things tight, you don't want your control cables doing tight little corners or anything like that. Just, it's thought out. So the rig tube they've put in, open tube, runs down into the stringer. The stringer's vented, the stringer's got a drain bung in it. So if water gets in there, it's gonna get out. You don't need a solid tube running all the way from the front to the back that's watertight, because water's gonna get in there one way or another. Bait tank wiring coming out, bilge wiring, steering hoses, you've got transducer wires. So you can never run a solid tube from the front all the way to your engine. We've got batteries in here, we've got fuel tank running through in under the floor. We're gonna have to put fuel breathers in. We're gonna have a lot of electrics running in there, sort of, your autopilot creates heat. It's gonna get hot and sweaty. First thing I sort of said to the boys when I opened the console, it's hot already. So definitely gonna be wanting to put a vent or two on there, just to let it breathe. Keep that condensation down. That's the last thing you want when you've got a bunch of, electrical gear sitting up in that console, is for it to be sweaty. So this morning came the time to drill the transducer hull. 3 3/4 inch hole through the bottom of the hull. Surprising how thick the hull is. I've actually got the offcut still. We can see the old hull versus the new thickness. It is double the thickness. Literally white pointer bulletproof. You could literally use that as a hockey puck now. So we get down the back of the boat. There's a little bit going on down there too. Bilge pump, float switch, and then we're going to try and fit a bait pump down in there as well, and run it through the transom with a nice little stainless steel pickup on the back. Try and keeping the back of the transom very neat, very simple. So just lining this up, trying to find a center. The biggest key is we need to try and go off what's underneath. You don't want to be going off top decks. That's all been changed, glass, raised. There's a lot of different work going on there. So it's all about the bottom of your hull, what's running underneath that. So just making sure we're getting it right in relation to the bottom of the hull. That's the biggest key. The boys have just got their brand new transom. They've been waiting for this. It's been a long time coming. And the most nervous thing for their aspect is I've got to drill holes.
This could make or break your whole career.
Rightio boys, here we go. Time for the engine. Period correct. You did say it was an old engine, an old boat. What do we think?
We prefer that one at the back, that one at the top.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you can lift it on, you can have it.
Fucking exactly.
We're bolting on the Suzuki DF100 BTL. They come in at 160 kilos. The captain boys keep going, you know, it's a bit of weight hanging off the back, but Suzuki run, offset drive shaft, allows the engine to sit further forward. So it takes the whole power head, shifts it forward, runs an offset gear underneath, which then goes down to your drive shaft. So your whole engine weight has shifted further over the transom, bringing it into the boat more, bringing that center of weight further towards the neutral point of your boat. The captain had gone all out with a 16-inch Simrad, which definitely makes things tight on the little nub tub. So trying to lay this out, we're obviously trying to go with a binnacle mount control box, just to keep the side of the console flush. So now we've got Jack sort of in position, we can sort of work out, you know, our height of our steering wheel. So we've gone with a tilt helm just to get a bit of a different angle, obviously compensate for whoever's driving it. Want to be holding on tight, this thing's going to be hammering along. So I've seen Jack drive a boat, there's, you know, no half-ass about it. Batteries, we're going to try to get as far as we can towards the front of the console, see how they go. Worst case, we can always shift them further forward into the casting deck, but I think it's going to be fine. People always ask us, you know, oh, why is my boat sort of deteriorating so quickly? It's, you know, go park your car down at the boat ramp for 10 years and come back and you'll have a couple of rubber tyres left. Everything we use, stainless steel fittings, 316, plastic where we can, where it's not going to fatigue. All our wiring, you want tinned, always going to the highest quality because it's a boat, you put a lot of effort in it, you love the thing, you want it to last, you want it to outlive you.